Duelyst patch 0222. Here we go. Alright, so this was written by Bladum. There's 2 pictures. Already more than what I expected. Hello, Nangert. Let's see. Sorry for the extended wait. Wave 2 of Timeless Beginnings expansion still needs a little bit more polishing. But we'll be ready to go sometime this month. Yes! In the meantime, we hope you enjoy this patch, set to go live at 10 p.m. 3 a.m. UTC. 10 p.m. ET. Is it not live? Was this like yesterday? Those 2 pictures are the best thing of the patch notes. No! You gotta be kidding me. Oh god. Oh, it's live. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. I wanted to try out some of the changes, if there is anything to try out. You guys, I'm already starting to be disappointed, and I haven't read shit. So, mindset. I have the glasses. I effectively look smart just because of it. And we start with the card changes. Overall, this patch aims primarily to rein in some of the more offbeat linear strategies that exist right now, while promoting strategies that are more conventional and that conventional decks will have an easier time interacting with. Wait, what? This patch aims primarily to rein in some of the more offbeat linear strategies that exist right now, while promoting strategies that are more conventional? This sentence, maybe it's the fact that English is not my first language, or maybe it's the fact that, you know, I'm just handicapped. But let's see. Blazing Spines. From 1 mana to 2 mana. Oh shit. That's a huge change. And from 3/1 to 2 3s. Interesting. So they are less aggressive on a first stance, but they do have a lot more resilience with 3 mana, man. With 3 health. But 2 mana is a lot more than 1, let me tell you. It's double. Hello, Harpu. We're just getting started. Oh, I like that they put both pictures here. Oof, 2 mana, that's expensive, huh? I don't know. Interesting that Vanner Walls got hit. If anybody would have thought that Vanner Walls got hit like before, you know, like a month ago, they would say stuff like it's already dead, you know, and stuff like that. Look at Vanner Walls now, taking the heat. The Vanner decks that are popular at the moment often have overwhelming turns in the early game, and this card is one of the major enablers of those turns. Oh, the Blaze Hound got reverted. I knew this card was gonna get hit. So the discount goes from 2 to 1. This is basically reverting back the change that they performed not that long ago. So instead of costing 1 mana when you hit their general or when their general gets damaged, it goes back to 2. The doggo has been effectively hit. I don't know. I don't know if anybody feels good about hitting doggos, but poor Blazehound. Come on. I mean, to be honest, I don't disagree with this change. I also don't disagree with this one. I don't have the Vanner knowledge to have much of an opinion. I don't think it's bad the walls are 2/3 now. Like, they're not bad, right? They have a big health. But 2 damage instead of 3 is a lot, and the 2 mana is just devastating. So it got increased and the attack got decreased. The burst Spirit of the Wild with Blazing Spines just got hit by 2. Devs hit dogs confirmed. Jesus. This card created swingy turns and promoted gameplay that we think is fun as a change of pace, but it's not something we'd like to have be that strong long term. To be honest, makes sense. I don't think Blazehound... the 1 mana Blazehound was just insane. It was insane. I don't disagree with this one. I'm sad because I really like to play it. Oh... They've changed Fenrir. No freaking way. Fenrir goes from a 3/4 with a 3/2 wolf to a 3/2 with a 3/4 wolf? What? Wow, that's huge. Like, it's so much better the other way around because of aspect of the worm, right? You could hit once with Fenrir and then just return it to your hand. But now one hit basically deletes it and makes it a wolf. The wolf is very resilient. But, you know, also dispelling Fenrir with like a siphon or like a shroud. Wow, that's big. Fenrir! No! Why did Fenrir get hit and not things like Dustboar? Well, let me not say anything before we get there. I don't want to talk too early. Man. Swapping the stat lines of Fenrir and its wolf makes Dispel a more meaningful form of counterplay. It's a huge mean of counterplay. This favors fair decks as they're more likely to have Dispel available, and this is important because Fenrir is inherently better against fair decks. Yeah, because of his stat line, right? We also hope this injects a bit of diversity into Vanner deck building by buffing Keeper of the Veil based mid-range and tempo strategies. It's a very specific reference to Keeper of the Veil, given the fact that Fenrir is very difficult for it to survive, right? But, you know, I get what you're saying. Overall, we think this change will make Fenrir a bit weaker, indeed. Vanner is quite strong right now, and it seems like a good way to remove some of its power. I don't know, man. Like, this is huge on Fenrir. I don't think I agree that Fenrir needed the hit. If you dispel Fenrir, it just, like, they just wasted 3 manas for 3/2, right? That's a big hit on Fenrir. It will indeed make Vanner deck building more diverse, but overall weaker, right? Fenrir, like one of the best 3-drops in the game. It is one of the best 3-drops, but why specifically hit Fenrir? There are many other broken cards, right? I'd say it was the best. I think Portal Guardian is better. Honestly. I think Portal Guardian in Vanner would be preferred over Fenrir. But I am biased. Oh, it's not. It's not. Don't touch Portal Guardian, okay? It's not. Portal Guardian weak. Portal Guardian needs a buff. It's super overrated. Super weak card. Nobody fears Portal Guardian. Don't touch it. Coiler. Well, you guys got it. Timecloak Coiler. From a 2/5 to a 2/4. And that is it. That is the change to Coiler. I mean, it is a hit, right? 4 health is very different than 5. And you do want the Coiler to survive. But ultimately, Coiler's biggest impact happens the first turn you play it. So its survival may be not be something that is like super key, right? The moment Vath has 4 damage, I mean, it's not the same as having 6, don't get me wrong, but I think that is the biggest increment. When you change from 2 to 4, that's the most noticeable increment than any after. So the fact that it survives less While yes, I agree that the Coiler was kind of overstated, I think this has very small impact on Coiler. It's not, like if the change would have been to like +1 per turn or something like that, then you would really impact Coiler and its place in Magmar right now. But as a 2/4, I think it's still really strong, and it's still gonna be quite good. We're looking to nerf Fatigue Magmar, Dex slightly in response to community feedback we received. And this card in particular seems unnecessarily difficult to answer and is generally regarded as being a bit overtuned. Our change to the card is relatively small. This is in part because we'd like to see how Fatigue Magmar fares after Wave 2 of Timeless Expansion is released. Okay, interesting. As we think there's a chance more substantial immediate change might be excessive in that wider context. See, that's the problem, right? That we don't have the whole picture. I'm making comments here based on half of the picture. So the fact that we don't know what the second part of Timeless Expansion is, or Timeless Beginnings, makes it easy to run into assumptions that may be wrong in the long run if the expansion does come out this month. Which seems like it will, right? To be honest, I like that they take into consideration community feedback, but I really doubt that the community feedback was in terms of Coiler and not Anachronize. That I'm hoping to see soon. So, let's not spoil ourselves. Isbee's Monument. Oh, -2, 0, -2 and heal for 2 to -0, -1 and heal for 1. Oh, wow. That's a nerf, right? Because you're just healing yourself for 1. This is actually not bad for the implementation Isbee has in Healinar. Because you get to trigger what you want to trigger without healing them too much. I think it's good for Healinar. It might not be that good in other archetypes. Because of very slow healing, right? 1 per turn is very slow. Isbee is literally a Healinar card now. I don't dislike Isbee in the Healinar aspect though. Because now you can actually be aggressive. This card promotes extreme strategies in the sense that it's generally best used by deck that can find a way to not care about the opposing general's health. Very greedy late game decks, and in particular Fatigue Magmar. Okay, Fatigue Magmar getting pronounced twice. Maybe, But everything is getting hit except Anachronize. Our primary motivation for changing this card is to contribute to our effort to populate the meta with decks that are strategically more neutral and well-rounded. Secondarily, we found over time that the 12 health this card heals would better foster certain central gameplay elements we were aiming for if it were dueled out a bit more slowly. We're hoping that now this card will feel a bit more like a minigame, being more important to protect and more reasonable to outrace. I mean, that is true. People play Isbee and don't even care where they position it. They don't even care if they protect it. They don't even care about it, right? They just drop it down and they're like, okay, if you want to waste efforts dealing damage to this, great. If not, I don't care. So maybe now that it takes double the time to heal the same amount, people are more tempted to deal with it. But I think its impact is really slow. I feel like this should only heal your own general. I don't know. That's a big change. Anyways, Spectral Blade, heal 1 and now heals 2. Oh shit, this goes back to what it was. This is a buff to Spectral Blade. What? I did not expect that. So now, Every time it destroys a minion, it heals for 2 instead of 1. Months ago, the justification for nerfing this key Abyssian card was that it was unduly oppressive for minion-based strategies. Since then, the meta has changed substantially in many ways, and minion-based decks now often play Riftwalker or Sloth, which will incidentally mitigate Spectral Blade's effectiveness. Empirically, Abyssian as a whole has been quite weak for a while, and putting power into this flexible, relatively archetype-agnostic card should broadly strengthen the faction. It's true that it is archetype-agnostic. I do agree with that, because it's a decent card in many ways. It doesn't have to only be in aggro. I mean, it's a good buff. I don't dislike this. I have seen very little Abyss lately, so I don't mind that they get a small buff. I think Spectral Blade is going to see a lot more play now. Even if it's just heal for 1 more, that can go a long way. Horn of the Forsaken, the other artifact, or one of the other artifacts in Abyssian, also getting changed. When your general deals damage summoning a Wraithling on the nearby space, when an enemy nearby your general is destroyed, summon a Wraithling on its space. Interesting. That's really interesting, because you don't have to hit it yourself. Ooh. This is actually interesting. The problem is this doesn't stack. Right? So the moment you have 2, you can't put 2 Wraithlings in one space, right? So they don't stack each other. But it is interesting. I do like this effect more, because the other effect meant that you basically were spawning 3 Wraithlings at best. This can actually do much more. Pros and cons? I think they're mainly pros, right? I mean, the only con is that hitting the enemy general doesn't spawn a minion anymore. That's the only con. But you can get many more Wraithlings out of this. Well, also you didn't have to kill anything to put it. It's a bit different. I have arrived to complain about Fenrir. Calvin, we've been sad ourselves. We have been sad ourselves indeed. And you know, the thing about this rework is that now if your opponent wants to destroy the horn, well, no. It's different. I have to try it to know if it's better, but I do like it more myself, right? We'd like faster swarm strategies to be a bit stronger than they seem to be right now, and the randomness on this card could be annoying. Oh. I don't know if the randomness was a problem, at least for me, but, you know, I didn't play Horn of the Forsaken that much to really know. Elyx Stormblade from 8 mana 8/9 to 7 mana 7/7. This is really good for Elyx, because you don't really care about that 8/9 stat. You just care that you can play it alongside other stuff in the same turn. The fact that it cost 8 mana means that you just could do 1 mana cards along with it, right? 7 mana means that you can play 2 drops. You can do Martyrdom. You can do combinations with this that 8 mana does not allow you when you're at 9, right? So that's actually not bad. I want to try Elyx. I want to try it. Nice. I like this. I like it. It's a cool change to bring a cool card that has very little play into some play. The current meta is quite hostile to the more honest liner archetypes the faction has historically been associated with. We're looking to push fair mid-range decks with Elyx change. We hope this card in particular will be a bit more effective against unfair decks specifically. I like this. I'm gonna try it. Fuck. Jaxi. I saw this in a video from Smarty, right? So from a 2/2, Jaxi goes to a 3/1. So this is ultimately a buff, because 2/2 So 2 health is very, very close to 1. There is just some few scenarios in which you prefer to have 2 than 1. But there is definitely all scenarios that you prefer to have 3 than 2. Right? So that is ultimately a buff in my eyes. 3-1, you can proc the death if you want more easily. And you get to deal 3 damage, which is a lot. I like this. Jaxi dies to Sloth on red. That's true. But that's, yo, Skull Profeta, how's it going? I feel like it's better. I like Jaxi. I've always liked Jaxi. Let's see what they say. This change should primarily buff decks that look to play in conventional ways. We also think the card is pretty fun and would be happy for it to see some more play. I agree. The card is really fun. I like Jaxi. There's a lot of conversation in this patch that I'm noticing about conventional and unconventional. Like, I haven't seen that use of the word that much. Why is there so much focus on conventional ways of playing and unconventional ways of playing? Like, what is unconventional? I think I'm missing a piece there. Krazed now cost 1 mana if you have 9. No. This costs 1 mana and has Veil and Frenzy if you have 9+ mana crystals. What? This is amazing. Guys, Krazed in spell Vitruvian. You make oh my god, we're gonna try this. You make Maelstrom cost 8 mana because you have a Mana Forger, and then you play Maelstrom and Krazed in the same turn. I find the descriptor words, fair and unfair, to be rather humorous to identify. They need some buzzwords to describe a lot of nothingness. For the devs to utilize those words is funny, I think. Mana Forger buff, just what we needed. Oh my god, I cannot wait to try Krazed in Vitruvian. We're gonna do that immediately. Yeah, it does sound a lot. This conventional does sound a lot like a buzzword. Like, what is conventional? What is unconventional? I don't know if I think I'm lacking the brain capacity to understand it. This card has turned out to be unexpectedly lackluster, so we're giving it more reason to feature it in the niche it was designed for, and in particular making better comeback mechanic in late game deck. This is really cool. I really like this. I'm scared of it, and I'm gonna exploit it because I think this is insane. Yeah, conventional strategy versus unconventional strategy. I don't... Okay, conventional equals standard. What does standard mean? Just like stats? Unconventional is combos, gimmicky. So like Tree Lucidator would be unconventional. Hardward... Oh! Hardward terms. Hardward would be unconventional. And then conventional would be like just stats, like Windblade, Silverguard. Don't bother trying to make sense of it. And that's it. Okay. I mean, there's 2 things I had hopes for today, and neither of them were met. Actually, 3. The first hope was that... the first hope was Pyromancer. Getting any type of change, buff, whatever, right? I would really like Pyromancer to be something more. I think it's a really cool card. I really would like it to be, you know, playable. And the next one that I really hoped was for the return of astral phasing. That one I know was less, you know, less possible, but I did hope for it. And the last one and the most, you know, expected one from me was actually the change of Anachronize, or any type of change to it, in terms of like 1 more mana or something like that. But it seems like that hasn't been changed, you know. Give me 24 hours and full control over balance and you get 30 plus changes. If something breaks, fix it next day. Yeah. Give me 1 hour and I'll delete high. Yeah, I think, like, I understand that an expansion is coming, right? So making a lot of changes maybe feels like dramatic, right? When you're bringing some new cards into the game. But let's go through the changes, right? Blazing Spines. So I'm gonna give it a thumbs up to the change. Because the only dislike I had to Blazing Spines was like double Blazing Spines Spirit of the Wild is like 12 damage. And I didn't love that. The rest of Blazing Spines, I liked it. Sucks that it's not 1 mana. I would have left it at 1 mana. But like with less stats, like a 2-1 or something like that. Or 2-2, I don't know. But, you know, I like the change. Blazehound change, I do like it. It's sad for the doggo, but to be honest, it was broken. Come on, it was broken. This change, officially, like, you know why they did this change? Because they wanted to attack Planar Scout. Planar Scout was getting too much out of control. So this change effectively nullifies the Planar Scout dominance. But Blazehound, to be honest, such a predominant card should have a better artwork. So, I think it needed to be hit. Justice for Scout. Like, I don't think Blazehound was super overpowered, but it was slightly off. I don't think it needed to be reverted to 1 less mana. I think it could be kept at 1 and just attack a little bit the stats. Nerf dog because it's ugly. It's the truth. The Fenrir change is a thumbs down. I do not like it. I think attacking Fenrir was really not necessary, in my opinion. I think even though it's just a stat swap, it's much more than that. And, you know, Vanner got hit considerably this patch. Like, considerably. And attacking Fenrir is attacking any type of Vanner deck. So, you know, it's something that I may... Like, if Fenrir was really that much of a problem, I would have approached it maybe differently. I don't know. I don't know if I agree with this. Also because naturally, I just don't feel that Fenrir should be weaker than the Wolf. I don't know why. Hello, Youthiol! We have patch indeed. Timecloak Coiler, I'm giving a thumbs up to the change, like to the fact that it got changed, but not really to the change itself. I think we don't have the full picture, and this may be this card may not be that strong when we have the next patch, right? So that's why the thumbs up, because I do like that it got slightly nerfed, and I do agree that I don't have the full picture, so my opinion kind of is not valuable, right? But, you know, thumbs up. Isbee's Monument is a thumbs up as well, because honestly, Fuck control. Have you ever seen wolves, Choco? You can Google photos of wolves next to human. Some wolves are huge, yes, but Fenrir Warmaster, okay? This is not a human. This is a war master, okay? Fenrir can take you down, Valiante, in 2 seconds. He's ripped. His biceps literally is bigger than his leg, okay? Okay. So Isbee, I like it. I need to see it a bit more to have a better opinion about the change. But I feel like now people will need to protect a bit more the Isbee if they really want to get something out of the 3 mana they invest in it, right? Spectral Blade, I like it. I think Abyssian needs a bit of help right now. And even though I would have preferred a creep buff in some way, I feel like Spectral Blade is really strong as it is right now. And that can help many type of Abyssian archetypes, and that's good. So I'll take it. It doesn't fit in Swarm Abyss, which is my favorite one, but you know, it's okay. Horn of the Forsaken, I like the change for now. I need to really try it. I don't fully know the impact it will have, but I like that you don't have to destroy your own artifact to get the Wraithlings out. So thumbs up. Elyx is like a super thumbs up. I really like this change. I want to try Elyx. Let's freaking go Elyx. Jaxi, I like it. I think Jaxi was fine as a 2-2, but 3-1, even better. Let's go Jaxi. I really like Jaxi. I think people get scared with Jaxi, and now it's even more scary. And Crazed. Crazed? I mean, I'm gonna give it a thumbs up because I want to try it, but this is gonna be a problem, guys. I feel like this is gonna be a problem, honestly. So what are you guys saying? It's a buff to Helinar, yes. Isbee with Helinar is now more strong, and you don't have to go full in terms of long game. This is super good for Sunriser. Super good for any type of heal synergy that Liner has, because you get more procs of heal. Well, you get the same procs of heal, but you don't heal your opponent as much. And I really like it. It feels like it's gonna be mainly played in Helinar, but I really want to try it. I don't like how convolted Horn is now. What do you mean with convolted? Crazed Maelstrom is some scary shit. We're gonna try that like right now. I am dying to try that. Because with Mana Forger, you can literally play at the same turn, frenzy your opponent your turn before they even can react to it. So that just looks amazing. I like it. I like Crazed. Kickstarter backer exclusive profile icons. Oh, we have some beautiful profile icons designed by the very talented Alga for our Kickstarter backers. These profile icons depict Kaon Delardis, who served a pivotal role in Mithrion's history, and the Great Tree of Aias. Mithrion Acolyte tier backers and above will receive the base version. Wow, that's so cool. Shit, that's sick. Mithrion Patron tier backers and above will receive the Golden Celestial version. Honestly, I prefer the first one, but also sick. Backers who already redeemed their backer rewards will automatically receive these in their account. Backers who have not redeemed the original backer rewards yet will receive these when they do so. New shop items. The following Kickstarter backer skins will be added to the shop. Ooh, that's a cool Sunriser. That's so Abyss. That is so Abyss. Oh, that is so cool. This one is sick, eh? I mean, they're both really cool, but I really like this Nightsword Assassin. Okay. I like the Dream Gazer. Looks like he's partying, you know? Like in a rave. Sunseer? I need to see it in action. Ooh, this Pummy is sick. Oh, I really like this Pummy. Shit. Spelljammer? I like the colors. It's like Pride colors, no? That's cool. Oh, it is prideful. Yes. That's cool. Oh, this is so cool. They did a Guess I'll Die emote. As if you'll ever see a Sunseer in action. Yeah, exactly. Guys, I need this emote. This is fantastic. Such good quality as well. Much better than the ones with the snail eyes. Bug fixes. Bug fix double agent now correctly copies instead of stealing. Thank you. Fix email sign up failing when using capital letters. Okay. In the collection screen, decapotheosis now appears when searching for crab. Thank you. I think everybody needed this. This is not decapotheosis, it's crab. This one is great. Alright. Well, that was the patch for you all. And my useless opinion on it. With, you know... I mean... I feel like there was a lot of buffs and a few nerfs. Mainly Vanner. Vanner got hit, because Vanner also played Blazehound. Vanner got, like, there's a corner, there's a special corner for everybody crying with Vanner. The patch rundown probably took longer than making the patch. Oh, how much did it take us? 40 minutes! No, I think they took longer. Writing this patch note already would take me at least, like, I don't know, an hour. This would take me like 4 hours.